Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Double Trouble. So today we're actually battling against X-Ray's Ovation. It's actually really funny. I'm sitting there breeding and watching some One Piece, and I just like, cause for those of you who don't know, actually, let's put that first. When you get to the battle resort, you can just hold the up button at a certain point, and you'll go around the island automatically. So it's really nice for breeding and stuff like that. So I was doing that. I was holding the up button, and I was like watching TV, and I was just like sitting here like this. And then I just decide to look over at my screen, and I see I'm not on the PSS or whatever it is, but I see like a little circle next to it, and I'm like, what could that be? So I click it, and random battle from Kevin. And I'm like, all right, sure, why not? And then as I accept the battle, I'm like, wait a second, do I even have a team in my battle spot? Oh god. Or in my battle box. I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? So I ended up having the team, but with Cresselia. So I was like, hey, you know what? I like that team. So his team was pretty trick roomy. I gotta say, he had the what was it, Dustclops, and he didn't bring the trick room option. He had Dustclops and oh man, who was his other setter or potential setter? I don't remember, but it was something. It was definitely something, if that helps you guys. But yes, it was a completely random battle. I wasn't even ready to battle. I don't know. He said he was just bored. I wasn't really sure how that came about, but he just kind of sent me the battle request. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? But I was like, I'm not going to record it because it takes time to set that up. But I was like, that was actually a pretty good battle, so I'm going to record it. So the way I was looking at his team, Altaria kind of destroyed it. I'll be quite honest, Altaria did a lot of work to his team, just like on paper, the way I was looking at it. So I was like Cresselia, and I was like Altaria, and then I was like, wait, what else could I do? Well, he's Trick Room, so I'm probably going to want to try and take out, because I was expecting like a Dustclops start. Probably want to take out the Dustclops first, right? So I'm going to bring Cresselia to use Helping Hand. Let's get into this so I can show you what happens. But yeah, I was just like, I think Cresselia, what's cool about spread moves is that the power is decreased, so Helping Hand makes it as if it's not decreased, so you're hitting both Pokemon really hard with the same whatever. So he starts off with Mawile and Raichu, and I was looking at this and I was like, he's gonna either Play Rough or Iron Head my Altaria, because I'd Mega Evolve, and he's probably gonna fake out the Cresselia. So my first instinct was to go into Jellicent to take the fake out. Now, I knew this was really risky because he could have gone for Thunderbolt, but I figured, he seems to lean more towards, like, supporter set. I don't know. And I decided to go into Ferrothorn here to take the... I was expecting Play Rough, to be quite honest with you, to take that attack. I thought it was too obvious, but I just went for it anyway, and he did go for that. But obviously, if you saw how powerful Altaria is to his team, you would understand that he really had to go for that, because if he didn't take out that Altaria, it would have been hard. So, fearing the Thunderbolt, I do switch out the Jellicent for Altaria, forgetting that he was part flying, and that it was actually neutral and not resistant. And once I brought that out, I was like, oh my god, no. But he actually goes for Ferrothorn. I wasn't sure if he was predicting a switch out or what, but I just switched out there. I really don't understand why he did that. I can't say for certain, but we'll see. So he switches out here into Gyarados. Now I'm thinking, okay, it's probably going to be Mega Gyarados, but thinking if it would be Mega Gyarados, he's probably running Ice Fang, right? But I decide to risk it real quick because I know I can take out this Mawile pretty easily. Oh no, actually, yeah, I take that back. He switched into the Gyarados this turn, so I went for Flamethrower. I was really hoping I could take it out, but I do believe not at full I could take it out, but with the Rocky Helmet, Iron Barbs, I was able to. So I predict the fake out and an Ice Fang towards my Altaria, so I protect here, and unfortunately he goes for Dragon Dance, and I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Because as you all know this, we saw his Mega, so I don't know why, but at this point I was still thinking Gyarados was his Mega. I really don't know why I was thinking that. we just saw Mega Mawile. I don't know what was going on, but I was still worried, and very rightly so. You know, Gyarados can carry Ice Fang, and if it was carrying Crunch, I'd be in a pickle because it could pretty much rock my entire team. So he Ice Fangs my Ferrothorn, and I'm like, oh no, no. But I see that he has Life Orb, and I'm thinking, you know, he probably doesn't have Crunch then, which means Jellicent walls this thing to death. So I'm not afraid of Gyarados. The only thing is I am really frightened of this Raichu because, well, to put it frankly, Raichu has probably HP Ice, it has Thunderbolt, we saw it has Encore, and we saw it has Fake Out, so it could do damage to my team. So I decided to Power Whip it and get a Trick Room up. I really thought Power Whip would take it out, and unfortunately it didn't, and I do believe that's because I was at -1. If I was at neutral, I probably would have taken it out, but the Leech Seed damage is actually not bad for me right now. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to double attack the Gyarados because I'm really not afraid of the Raichu at this point, because at the end of this turn it will go down to a Leech Seed. So I figured he'd take out my Cresselia, but he actually goes for Encore. I guess he was hoping to catch me doing Trick Room, but maybe he forgot that I'd be faster than him, so I probably wouldn't be going for Trick Room again. I don't really know, but it worked out in my favor. So in comes X-Cloud, and I know this thing's going to be carrying Flamethrower or Overheat or whatever fire move it gets. So I switch into Jellicent. I figured Jellicent's actually probably a pretty good stop to X-Cloud. It's immune to its stab, it resists the fire types. Now, he does miss the Overheat. I don't know if it really mattered. I am a Jellicent. Yeah, either way. I get some chip damage off on the Gyarados, enough to sort of scare it and give me a reason to switch into Ferrothorn. Now here's the reason. I have Energy Ball and Jellicent, so at this range I can definitely take out the Gyarados. So I bring in Ferrothorn to protect, to sort of like stall out the X-Cloud of fire type moves, because Overheat only really gets a maximum of 8. But he protects, and that kind of foils my plan, so I switch out into Altaria. I'm figuring, okay, unless he gets the double protect, which really doesn't matter, Gyarados is going down. So I can safely like not worry about him Ice Fanging me, because I don't think he's going to Ice Fang the Jellicent or Waterfall the Jellicent. He can't really Waterfall the Jellicent. I'm immune to water moves because of Water Absorb. But I figured I was somewhat safe because we still had Trick Room up, and I was able to outspeed the Gyarados. So that's what I did. And looking at him, I think he might not actually be Trick Room, because I think that must be a Choice Scarf X-Cloud, because there's no way an X-Cloud would outspeed Altaria. I don't care how many negative things I have on my Altaria, pretty damn sure it cannot outspeed an Altaria normally. So he fooled me with the Trick Room setup, but it ended up not being too bad. And like I said, Altaria really did do a lot of work against this team. I had to work really hard to get rid of that Mawile and Gyarados, because really they do threaten Altaria. I actually finally got Calcs to work, so I should go through that. I don't know the extent of Altaria's bulk yet. You know, like where on the Blastoise team, I knew when I can keep Blastoise in, because I was like, I know he can survive this without a doubt in my mind, and the only time I was proven wrong was when it was a crit. But Altaria, you know, I don't know. I really don't know yet. So that's something I'll get used to as the course goes on. I am working on another team right now. It is an edit of the camera up team I had in X and Y. It's a little bit better on paper. I need to test it, of course, but Showdown seemingly took down doubles for ORAS, so I have to figure out a better way to test it. I don't know. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Check out X-Ray's Ovation. He just hit what was it, 1 million views on his channel? That's amazing. That is great. So go check him out. I'm sure if you guys are here, you already know who he is, because I came from this guy. He helped me get where I am. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys at the end, at the next battle. Peace. Jeez, that was hard to say.